Right then, this is a quick walk around video, and this is for a Honda HR-V. It's a 1.5 EX automatic CVT. This particular car has covered just 38,000 miles from new. It's a full Honda service history and is in lovely condition. Just going to go around the car for you. Front of the car nice and clean, lights and lenses clear, intact, no cracks or condensation in them. Bonnet very clean indeed. Any stone chips are microscopic. Sorry, itchy note. Near side of the car, really crisp in the panel work, lovely and smooth. Near side front alloy in excellent condition. Side rear alloy again, absolutely lovely. On the back, all the corners very clean and tidy. Did see there was a tiniest little pinprick dent. I mean, it is minuscule, I think, just on the bottom edge of the hatch there. I'm trying to pick up on what I can. This is the whole point of the video. I mean, it is, you know, the 9-year-old car, and it's hardly a mark, but it's the only one I can see, I think. Offside again, fantastically smooth in the panels. Offside rear alloy again, beautiful condition. Work is absolutely lovely. Fine alloy, really nice. Just the odd tiny mark on that one, but you get nothing to write home about. It is one of the cleanest ones you're going to see. Coming to the back of the car, absolutely cavernous boot. It's beautifully finished as well. It's been kept in very nice condition. It's coming to the back now. You've got this enormous amount of leg room. I'm 6 foot tall, and the front seats are set for me, so it's not cheating. This is also, by the way, where these are family cars where you can quite often see a lot of heavy use just through daily, you know, running the kids about. Yet the leather work looks almost factory fresh. It's incredibly clean. Let's come to the front and the passenger side. Very clean and tidy again. Passenger seat, like the rear seats, looks as though it's hardly been sat on. Finally coming on the front, driver's door card lovely and clean. Same as the footwell area. And driver's seat itself, the only one which doesn't show anywhere. It shows a tiny bit in the bolster to slide in and out, but miles less than most you'd see on this age. Inside the car now, engine's running as always, so the dash is illuminated for you. Dashboard looks pretty much like new. Sat nav, you can see working exactly as it should. Likewise, rear parking camera, which complements the front and rear parking sensors. It's carrying on down, it's just been kept beautifully. It's such a lovely interior in these cars. And just to show the dash binnacle there, 38,388 miles, and there are no warning lights on the dashboard at all. Finally, just to show you, owner's manual pack and lock and wheel nut key, all here and present with the car. Right then, this is a quick road test video, and this is for a Honda HR-V. It's a 1.5 EX automatic. Car's registered WL65CXP, and mileage at the start of the road test is just 38,389. The reason for our videos, and especially this road test section, is to ensure that if anyone's who's looking at any of our cars online, they actually get to see that the car we're selling in operation. The reason we feel it's important, and I always have done, is because, like many people, we've gone to see cars which have looked absolutely fine in photographs or description, but when you get there you find out it's got an obvious fault that shows up when you drive the car, which can be hugely frustrating if you've travelled a long way. We also do it on these very quiet country roads. It's a beautiful part of Gloucestershire. This forms part of the road test route we take our customers on, and the hope is, of course, it'll be representative of what you'd feel yourself if you went on a test drive in the car. So coming to the car, bought direct from the last owner. It's got a full Honda history, and it's immediately apparent when you drive the car. It drives absolutely beautifully. Push button start, engine starts instantly and settles a smooth, even idle. There are no warning lights on the dashboard at all relating to the engine or any other part of the car. As I always say, and I mean it, Honda build the best 4-cylinder engines in the world, and this is a classic example again of why. It's smooth, tractable, keen to rev, pulls nicely, very economical, and on top of it, it's got the classic Honda traits of being incredibly tough and reliable over huge mileages, with just good regular maintenance. It is a fabulous unit, it really is. It's matched by the gearbox, lovely gearbox combination, CVT gearbox, so it's constantly variable. So basically what it means is you've got no gear changes. It's always trying to be in the optimum rev range, and so low revs as possibly can at any given time. It also means when you're manoeuvring around at low speeds, it's so much smoother than conventional gearboxes that can be quite indecisive and a bit lumpy, especially between first and second gear. Those can't quite work out which one to be in. So if you're reversing or pulling away at a junction, stop-start traffic, these are fabulous. On the move, again, very smooth because you've just got no gear change. So when you put your foot down, depending on how hard you push the throttle down, but basically, generally speaking, like this, you just hear it rev slightly, and it just kind of catches up. Only if you really have to sort of hammer the car for an overtake, or maybe pull on a slip road on a motorway, you can get what they call rev flare, which is basically you put your foot down now, revs pick up, and it holds the revs, so it's sort of different because you don't get that up and down change. But when you back off the throttle, it just settles back down, which is exactly what it's meant to do, by the way. Some road testers don't seem to understand that concept, but it is absolutely brilliant and functioning exactly as it should, of course. So coming to the steering and chassis of the car, steering on the car, first and foremost, track's dead straight. There's no vibrations at this speed or any speed up to the legal limit. Pretty much 99% of modern cars have electric power steering, which has lots of advantages. Unfortunately, it also means that lots of them can feel completely sort of light, vague, lifeless. It's like driving a PlayStation, but not as good. This has a lovely natural weighting to it. It's quick, it's precise, it's accurate. It's the opposite of all of those things. It never feels nervous on the road, and it works beautifully with the chassis of the car. The chassis gives a really well judged ride. I mean, this is predominantly a family car, so if you make them too sporty, it's just unsettled and lumpy and clumpy. But this is very civilised, very smooth, very comfortable. But the flip side is, unlike some cars which can share those traits, it doesn't lollop through the corners, it doesn't keel over and get loads of secondary motions. It feels really tight and crisp on the road, as Hondas generally do. They've always had, the drive at the forefront in all their cars. But when you go through a series of bends, it's a really enjoyable car to drive. Also worth pointing out, especially as I get to this section of road, which is like the surface of the moon, it's awful. There's no rattles or clonks coming from underneath the vehicle that shouldn't be there, so all in fine order. Brakes on the car are fabulous, really powerful brake pedal. There's no pulsing or vibrations coming back through the brake pedal, so all good. Worth pointing out, the car, I think this one, I'm sure it is going to be heading off for an MOT. So all these things are going to be checked in. We've checked them, we know they're good, but no, it just feels so tight on the road. And then coming inside, you've got this lovely interior, beautifully built as you'd expect of any Honda, but it's easy on the eye, but it's also a car you can just jump in and drive. It's not ridiculously complicated. You've got really good visibility generally around the car, only the rear three quarters like most modern cars with big thick pillars, but then you've got parking cameras and parking sensors to help you as well. Very comfortable seating in the car, dash architecture really nicely presented, labelled and displayed in the usual way with Honda. We've got a big glass panoramic roof, which is shut now just for the video, but it lets huge amounts of natural light into the car, which is lovely, I have to say. All working perfectly. Sat nav, as you can see, Garmin based, very simple to use. Down below that, you've got a dual zone climate control system, so you can have different temperatures side to side if you feel that way inclined. That pumps out lovely cold air. It is now, because it's quite warm outside. So all functioning exactly as they should. As always with Honda, they got the tactile feel of all the switchgear is of the very highest quality. It's very sort of satisfying to press, prod, twist, turn, whatever. Honda have always done that very well. And then you've got a lovely dash display in front of me, really crisp white on black dials, lovely graphics, very easy to take the information in. You've got a little kind of halo ring around the speedo in the middle. You can change the colours as well on that if you so wish. And then finally you've got this lovely leather bound steering wheel, small diameter one, nice to hold, and it's been kept in beautiful condition in here. This is a really lovely car. They drive absolutely beautifully, and I can't fault this one in any way, shape or form.